Mike Lester, and once again on a Sunday night, we are here with Doghouse Racing in the ARCA Series here at Gateway Speedway, I believe it is called. Let's look at the race information. We've got the Worldwide Technology Raceway, better known as Gateway. It's a mile point. It's 1.25 mile track with a very odd shape. It's got that paper clip shape to it. You got to get on the brakes on both of these turns, but 1 and 2, you got to get down on the brakes pretty hard, shift down the third coming out of the turns in order to get any kind of speed coming down these straightaways. They have very long straightaways, the back being a little bit longer than the front, but they're very long straightaways for a mile and a quarter track, as you see. It's a very odd track to race. It's a very technical track to race. So these guys out here tonight are going to have to be on their P's and Q's when it comes to braking, watching the guys in front of them braking. So it's not to rear end somebody and send them up to the wall. It's going to be very easy to do all of that. We got about a minute left of, actually about 30 seconds left of practice. These guys are going to start qualifying. We're going to have 9 drivers out in the field tonight, so there's not going to be a lot of cars out there. They're going to make it as exciting as they possibly can, and we're going to sit here and watch all this good racing for, I do believe, I'm sorry, I still can't see it. So when the lap count comes up, we'll be able to tell how much they got to go. Right now, we are going to go to qualifying as soon as these last couple seconds of practice runs out. We watch Linder Johnson, was 8th quickest on the speed chart tonight. Ooh, and a late addition to the race. Eddie Rivers just gets in. You see Christopher Leftwich get those tires cleaned off, trying to get the heat put in them in order to get a good qualifying run here. Christopher Simon, Mike Leftwich, Corey Cook, and Steve Gerber coming out to do their 2 laps for qualifying here. As you see, the 19 is Steve Gerber. Take the track for his warm-up lap. Christopher Leftwich is going to be the first one to put a time up on the board. Sorry, Mike Leftwich. No, Mike Leftwich just fine. Christopher Leftwich, on the other hand. About to finish his first lap. Oh, gets loose. Coming off the turn 4 and loses it. Does not cross the start-finish line, so it's not going to count. He's going to reset and try it again. And that's the beauty of racing these races on iRacing. There's little things you can do in order to Steve Gerber jumps to the top of the charts with his first lap. See if he can better it on the second lap. And this track it's a really fun track if you know how to get around it. The minute you push and try to go too fast, you're going to get what you saw Christopher Leftwich do, and you're just going to lose it coming off turn 4 or turn 2 if you try to get out of that gas a little too early. Steve Gerber now being shown in second. Christopher Simon, your new pole setter currently. Mike Leftwich out there, the elder of the 2 Leftwiches, currently showing 4th place. See it at the line. Does he improve on that 4th place? He does not. but he's still showing at 4th place. Justin McMahon out there. Justin McMahon, part of that Southern Motorsports there with Daniel Wilkinson and Eddie Rivers. And he takes the pole away from Christopher Simon. $34.18 for Justin McMahon. That was on his first lap, and usually the first lap is probably going to be a money lap on this, but he's going to try to make it better on the second lap. And he does not make it better, but still nonetheless, his first lap was quick enough to get him the pole for tonight's race. Currently, we still have 5 drivers who have not pitted, who have not attempted to qualify. But that might be by design. I've seen Christopher Leftwich have that issue on his qualifying lap. He chose not to come back out. You can watch Justin McMahon, the pole sitter for tonight. I do believe that we will try to pull down Justin McMahon if he is the pole sitter. But while we're waiting for them to go green, let's go ahead and check out. We're going to check out the point standings for the ARCA series over here. And I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong one there. Let's look at the ARCA point standings. These guys only have 2 races left, including this one. Right now, Christopher Simon, who I did not see in the race, is sitting up there in the first position with Christopher Leftwich in second, 47 points behind him. I'm sorry, 67 points behind him. So, if Christopher Simon does not make this race, Christopher Leftwich might be given a gift first place tonight, which is going to make the championship race 2 weeks from tonight. Very interesting. But looks like these guys are gridding up now. Let's go ahead and let's pull Justin McMahon down here. Talk to him for a couple minutes. Okay. Justin McMahon, Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got it.
Man, well, you got yourself a pole tonight, man. How are you liking your chances? Gateway is a very tricky track. You can't go that fast for 150 miles, man. What's your strategy for tonight?
I'm not really sure. I guess we're going to have to wait and find out. Turn 1 is super tricky. I think on a long run, definitely going to have to downshift into 3rd, so that's going to be a task on its own. And then turn 4, I mean, it gets super tight. I don't know. We're going to feel it out here for the first run here and see how it goes.
All right. Well, congratulations on your post position. Look forward to talking at the end of the race, man. Good luck, and make sure you get some help.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully I can keep it in one piece.
All right, we'll send you back down to 7. I hope I'm sending you to the right one. Let's see, did I send them to the right one? No, I did not send them to the right one, so I'm going to send them to the right one now. They got 2 of them, they got to change that up there. There we go. We got them on the right one now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are up and rolling. And we're about to watch 9 cars. It looks like Kevin Powell did not grid. He is sitting. He has not moved his car into anything yet. So 9 cars will be out on the track. Oh, I do see Christopher Simon. Christopher Simon's outside pole. So he's over here defending his championship. Defending his championship points lead. You see 20 going to take us down to the
flag.
Oh! The 35 did not went a little too much, so he had to slow down, and he gets rear-ended by Corey Cook in the 61. But nobody crashes. Everybody keeps going. But Steve Gerber jumping up in second. Corey Cook now third. Mike Lefley comes in fifth. Christopher Simon falls all the way back down to fifth place. Leader decides when to take off on these green flag runs or green flag starts. Just McMahon held up. Looked like Christopher Simon just kind of went a little early and realized he went early, so he slowed back down. Got rear-ended by Corey Cook. Up front, Justin McMahon, Steve Gerber first and second, Corey Cook third, a little bit about a second and a half behind Justin McMahon. If you're Justin McMahon, say he's just going to try to take it easy and see how the strategy plays out. These guys run fixed setups, so there's nothing they could have done in practice in order to make their car handle better or more to their liking. You get what you're stuck with what you get. You got to make the best of it. And right now, Justin McMahon is making the best out of it. See Corey Cook, Christopher Simon, get back to the fourth position. The man chasing him in the point standings, Christopher Lefrich, up 2 spots to 7th. Justin McMahon continuing the lead up front. Steve Gerber right behind him. Oh, Steve Gerber getting a little loose coming off of 2. But able to hang on to it and keep on going. That gives Justin McMahon just a little bit of a breather. The more wiggling you do, the more loose you are when you come off those turns and you try to get that car straight. When you get that car sideways, the more rubber that you're going to chew up on those tires. You got to make sure that that back end is staying where it is in the back. As you see Steve Gerber is just a little bit loose coming off of this turn 2. Look at an area view of the gap between them. You see the gap just closing up on the back of the 20 of Justin McMahon by Steve Gerber. Steve Gerber has a fast car, but for how long? That's the question. How long can you run these cars that fast? Why do we have a checker flag? Why is my thing going? I am so tired of this. SDK owes me some money back here. There we go. There we go. Whatever that was, we got it back straight. I don't know why we got a checker flag, but that's living with technology. 120 laps, 10 laps into it. Back here, Christopher Simon now taking over the third spot away from Corey Cook. Corey Cook in that 61. Christopher Leftwich now up 4 spots. Trying to make his way up there and try to battle with Christopher Simon, who he's chasing for the point standings. Look at Steve Gerber sitting there in that second spot. Now for first place. You see Justin McMahon has it changed. Steve Gerber sitting there in second place. Just a little bit slower than Justin McMahon is. Maybe a little bit quicker now. That battle is jumping up and down. But my SDK's been messing up the last couple of broadcasts, so hell, I could be watching the wrong race right now. I'd like to give a big shout out to everybody that's watching here tonight and everybody that's been watching on YouTube. I want to give a big shout out to all these drivers that came out here and are putting on a show for you guys. Gateway is a race that the racers get stretched out for a good bit of time. Like I said, there's only 9 cars on the track. There's going to be not a lot going on. As you see, Christopher Leftwich now gets passed by Mike Leftwich to put him back to 6th place. Now 13 again looks underneath of the 60. Looks like 13th might be getting a little tight and is unable to make that pass coming out of the turns. Your car gets tight and wants to go up to the wall, and the only thing that you can do to prevent it from going up there when there's a car up there is you got to get out of the gas, you got to touch that brake a little bit more, which gives the car on the outside the momentum to get back around you. So it's very hard to make a pass on this track on that low side, especially once your tires start to get a little bit wear to them and start getting tight. If you don't have a good clean setup or a good clean exit, it's very hard to make that pass. Back up front, Justin McMahon continues to lead. He's led all 17 green flag laps. Now pulling away from Steve Gerber by a second and a half. Another second and a half behind Steve is going to be Christopher Simon, who is actually the fastest guy on the track right now. Corey Cook, the second fastest guy on the track, is a second and a half behind him. So I think everybody's gotten the second and a half gap between each other. Looks like everybody gets equal distance from each other. Don't want COVID spreading through the virtual world. And as these cars go longer and longer on these tires, you'll see them start getting a little bit more tighter. As you see Justin McMahon getting downshift into that third gear, coming through the middle of that turn, shifts back up and forth, coming back down the straightaway, and then just brakes and coasters around 3 and 4. A little high line for our leader tonight, but his tires are getting wear. He's trying to find that line that's most comfortable for him. While we run around with Justin McMahon, let's take a ride in his cockpit. Let's see what he sees around this track. See right here, he's coming into 3 and 4. And he's not going to downshift here. He's just going to brake a little bit, or a good bit. And you see him get back on the gas about halfway through it. He gets full, again, fighting that wheel. But as you watch him come down the start-finish line, watch him coming into the turn 1, he's gonna get down real hard on those brakes. Get him shift down. Come out the turn, straighten it back up, get back on the gas, shift back to 4. You have to slow down so much on that turns 1 and 2 that your RPMs go down to a low enough level where shifting down will give you better acceleration coming off of that turn. You don't have to, it just gets you faster laps. 22 laps in the books. All green flag. Gonna have a battle brewing here for the second place between Christopher Simon and Steve Gerber. Back here in the back, you got Eddie Rivers and Daniel Wilkerson fighting for the 8th and 9th position. Respectively, they're the last 2 cars on the track. And I think these 2 guys are just like, we're gonna run this race. We're gonna hang out in the back. Hopefully, the top 7 guys crash on the last lap and we come around and get the win. I think that's what they're thinking. Steve Gerber still holding that number 2 position. Sitting at 2.8 seconds, I apologize. Man, right now he's just going to cruise around, and you see that he's gotten a little bit lower on that. Ooh. don't know if he touched the wall. It doesn't look like it. It just looked like he had came up a little close to that wall. He's changing his lines around. That's how to keep the tires from being in one groove. He's going to come down the back straightaway. And you see him right in that middle lane, trying to get down to the bottom line. Does a pretty good job. And this track will slow you down as you go along. These guys have, in 28 laps, have already went down over a second and a half from their best time earlier in the race. Last time around, Justin McMahon was the quickest with 35.45. About 2/10 quicker than, or a tenth quicker than Christopher Simon. Right now, Justin McMahon is the class of the field. He is just pulling away from the rest of these 8 guys that are on the track right now. But not a lot has been going on in the back. Christopher Leftwich passing Mike Leftwich coming in. Everybody's getting spaced out. Father and son, they're back here racing for that 5th position. Leonard Johnson is 7th behind them, just cruising around. I raced a truck race at this track earlier today. We went 200 miles on this track of 160 laps. I could get about 55 to 57, maybe 58 laps on a tank of gas in the trucks. So I'm thinking you probably get about the same from these ARCA cars, if not maybe a little bit more. That they might hold a little bit more fuel. So I'm going to guess around 54, 55 laps if this stays green, where these guys will start coming in. And they might come in just a little bit early. If they know, they're going to have to do it on 2 stops regardless. So they might, whenever they got the green light to do it on 2 stops, they might start coming down pit road. And I would believe any time after lap 41, you would be able to do it on 2 stops. Laps down. Justin McMahon continue to lead. Steve Gerber and Christopher Simon. The battle for second place is now heated up. It took Christopher Simon 35 laps to get back into the position where he started from. He's not there yet. See the battle continuing to progress. They're now pulling away just a little bit, but Christopher Simon still trying to come back. Gerber doing a really good job trying to hold off that 35, but that 35 gets a really good entrance, but Steve Gerber just gets that exit. As 35 starts to look underneath the 19. Unable to do anything with it. Justin McMahon is coming down the pit road. Our leader at lap 39 has decided to come down pit road. First one in. It's not normally, the leader is not normally the first guy to come in. Usually you got a couple guys that are short pit trying to get the fresher tires. Here we are, Justin McMahon. And now here comes Steve Gerber coming in. He says he's not going to allow the leader to have that much fresher tires than him. He's going to come in. He's going to get some tires, as well as just Daniel Wilkinson. He's coming in as well. As you see, the National Guard, number 78. Christopher Simon's going to lead some laps. Now Christopher Simon is hoping for a caution to come out. Linder Johnson's in the pit as well. Steve Gerber looks like his is underway. Back out on track, 4 fresh tires. See, Justin McMahon is a lap down, but he's right there behind our leader with fresh tires. And he had already built up a 3-second lead before he came into the pits. When it's all said and done and everything goes green, if everything goes green, he's going to have a much bigger lead. At least on that 35 of Christopher Simon. Christopher Simon just lets him go. Okay, all right, back buddy, I ain't battling with you. Let's see how far I can stretch this. Dustin McMahon getting his lap back. Steve Gerber coming around. Corey Cook to second place. Question is, how long is Christopher Simon going to stay out on those older tires? And when he does come in, how much is that going to hurt him? With Justin McMahon, fastest guy out there before the pit stop. Fresh tires for the last 5 laps. He's going to definitely put some time on Christopher Simon. And Christopher Simon has to come back in for fuel tires, as well as Corey Cook and Christopher Leftwich, Mike Leftwich. These guys are playing the yellow card game right now, and sometimes playing that game definitely hurts. The only time we'll tell who has the right decision. Steve Gerber's causing up to the back of the 35. 35 just steps out of the way. Comes to the start-finish line. Steve Gerber gets his lap back the old-fashioned way. As you see, Lyndon Johnson, 15 of Eddie Rivers. He's going to come over and try to get one of his laps back. Justin McMahon now trying to, he's catching the back of Lyndon Johnson there, lap car. Christopher Simon still yet come down pit road. You see him get a little bit loose coming off of turn 2. But he's playing the mileage game right now. The only thing I can see that Christopher Simon is doing is trying to do a one pit stop, but he'd have to take his car for at least 61 laps, or at least 60 laps, to have this work out for him. Corey Cook sitting there back in second place. Got about a 4.5 second gap between him and Christopher Simon. Christopher Leftwich and Mike Leftwich are now into pit road at the lap 50. And here comes Christopher Simon. No yellow comes out for him, and he still needs to pit one more time. Definitely going to sit there. There he goes. Corey Cook comes around. Corey Cook's coming into pits as well. All said and done, Justin McMahon's going to take the lead back. Steve Gerber probably gets second place back. There's going to be a good gap between Justin McMahon, Steve Gerber, and Christopher Simon and Corey Cook. We'll see how much damage staying out that long is going to do to Christopher Simon and Corey Cook. We'll see Steve Gerber and Justin McMahon taking the positions away from Christopher Simon and Corey Cook while they're still in the pits. Christopher Simon now 15 seconds, 15 and a half, almost 16 seconds behind Justin McMahon. They do have fresh tires, and they should be going a little bit faster than Justin McMahon and Steve Gerber for at least the next 15 to 20 laps till they get it all equalized out. We'll check it at the line. At the line, Christopher Simon and Corey Cook. Corey Cook is 34.59 compared to our leader, Justin McMahon's 35.10. The problem with that is Corey Cook is 17 seconds behind. But being fast, the fastest with those fresh tires is a really great thing, but you got 17 seconds to to make up against our leaders. So time will tell us whose decision was the best decision. Tower over here to the side. See everybody's where everybody's running parallel. You see Simon there, 15 seconds behind our leader Justin McMahon. The time is going down at a really good rate, but the problem is Christopher Simon is using up all he can in order to make that time go like that. Time it gets about 7 seconds, Christopher Simon's car is going to equalize out. He won't be making that time up anymore. And by then, Justin McMahon will probably come down to his second and last sets of tires. So the strategy is to try to outlast each other. Right now, Justin McMahon is winning that battle. "57 laps in the books." As you see, Justin McMahon's now on 19 lap tires. Christopher Simon and Cook all on 7 lap old tires. Christopher Simon back here Steve Gerber. Looks like Christopher Simon. He's not too far away from Steve Gerber. A good ways away from him still, as in, like, you don't want to be 5 seconds away from anybody. But he has erased a lot of that distance between him and Steve Gerber in the last 10 laps. Mike Leftwich, last car on the lead lap. Christopher Leftwich sitting there in 5th. Daniel Wilkins does not look like he's having a good time out there tonight. Back there in 9th place. This track, you either figure it out or you don't. There's no middle ground with this track, and so right now Daniel Wilkins is just driving around trying to get as many laps completed as he possibly can. I would like to remind y'all that next week is, 2 weeks from today, is the championship race, and I do believe that it is going to be at Michigan. No, maybe at Texas, I believe. Verify that. And we will be at Texas next week, or 2 weeks from today, for the crowning of the champion. Yes, we will be at Texas for the Longhorn 180 Season 1 finale of the ARCA Series. Definitely look forward to broadcasting this race and enjoyed all 10 races that we have broadcasted this year for the Doghouse Racing ARCA Series. Look forward to coming back next year or next season. Not a lot going on. Oh, there's a lot. Corey Cook has gotten around Christopher Simon. For the 3rd position. Did something happen to Christopher Simon? Christopher Simon, our points leader. And you see Christopher Leftwich right there, battling with the lap down car of Eddie Rivers. There's a car between, I believe that is Lender Johnson. Yep, Lender Johnson in between our two first and second place points leaders. Let's look at Christopher Simon. Whatever happened to him, he's kind of rebounded because he's gone back to being one of the fastest drivers on the track. Probably within the next 10 laps or so, we should be seeing Justin McMahon, Steve Gerber come down pit road. What would be their final stop? If Justin McMahon and Christopher Leftwich and Mike Leftwich continue to put their strategy going. You'll see them around 100. I'd like to thank everybody out there on YouTube for tuning in and watching. If you think you know who's going to win this race, you got a favorite, let us know. If you want to give a shout out to anybody, let us know that too. We'll definitely send them out. Let us know who's your favorite driver. Back here, Corey Cooks, Christopher Simon, Christopher Leftwich. They're the closest battling going on right now. And it's not much of a battle. Everybody's really spaced out. You see the Olympus field, Christopher Leftwich. There you see the gap between all three of those guys. Corey Cook right there in the front, Christopher Simon about halfway back between him and Christopher Leftwich. Steve Gerber right there, good ways away from Corey Cook. Justin McMahon was a phenomenal lead. Almost 8.5 seconds away from second place, Steve Gerber. Other than green flag exchange, Justin McMahon has not been passed on the track all the way long. He's led every lap that he has been out on the track, except for the ones that he was waiting. Corey Cook and Christopher Simon, all of them to pit. So definitely been the class of the field tonight. See Corey Cook and Christopher Simon now getting closer to each other. Justin McMahon continuing to lead. Steve Gerber in second, Corey Cook third, fourth going Christopher Simon, fifth is Christopher Leftwich, sixth, the last car on the lead lap, Mike Leftwich. big shout out to all these drivers driving very well. Nobody has even touched each other all night long. No harassment suits going on in here tonight, guys. While we got a minute and everything's a little bit quiet, why don't we do a crank it up session for you guys? Make sure I got my settings. Oh, it was already cranked up, so let's just do it to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we rode along with Corey Cook on that thing, you've seen how much of wheel he had coming off of that turn where he was sawing, trying to get that thing back level, as he's got the 35 of Christopher Simon hounding him from the back, trying to get that last position, or sorry, the third position. Steve Gerber, he's going to short pit. He knows he can go 40 laps at least on a set of on a fuel run. He's going to be the first one that comes in, try to make up some of that time on Justin McMahon. But as soon as Justin McMahon realizes he's come down pit road, I guarantee we're going to see Justin McMahon come down pit road within the next couple laps or so. See Steve Gerber, those fresh tires, racing around Corey Cook, getting around him. Justin McMahon staying out there a lot longer than I thought he would. Right now, the only guy that was close to him or semi-close to him, Steve Gerber, he's out on them fresh tires making up that time. That time around, Steve Gerber, 34.56, comparative to Justin McMahon's 35.68, over a second faster than our leader on those fresh tires. That all pays dividends. Every lap you stay out there, you got to think he's going a second and a half quicker than you. So if you put five laps, you stay out there 5 laps longer than he does, he's going to make up about 7 seconds on you. As we see Justin McMahon heeding my words, coming down. He's going pretty fast. See, is he going to be able to get down? Looks like he's going to get down to pit road speed. Now the question is Steve Gerber going to be able to capitalize on Justin McMahon staying out there additional laps? Those 4 fresh tires. He is now coming around start finish line. Justin McMahon just coming out. I think McMahon should be fine. Christopher Simon now coming in, giving over the lead to Corey Cook. Justin McMahon is able to keep in front of Steve Gerber, but has lost a lot of time, but he will make that up now that he's got the fresher tires than Steve Gerber does. So if everything stays the way it is, green flag continues to wave, Justin McMahon should be your leader once Corey Cook and Mike Leftwich break off and do their pit stops, which should be coming up within the next 10 laps or so if they're going to go and try to do the 50 laps, hoping for a caution at this point. Corey Cook continuing to stay out. Nine cars on the track, all spread out. Seems to be a recipe for no yellow flags. As you see the 13 coming around the 61 now, getting his lap back. That's Christopher Leftwich sitting there in the 5th place now. He is taking the spot back from Christopher Simon, who is now being shown in 6th position. 1 lap down, so he's 3 seconds behind Christopher Leftwich. "93 laps in the books." Corey Cook, Mike Leftwich continuing to stay out on the track. Justin McMahon, who's led at least 87% of this race, just waiting for Corey Cook and Mike Leftwich to pit so he can go back up front. I do apologize for everything being not a lot of action going on. Sometimes that's how it kind of goes. With here we go, we got some action going on here. Corey Cook being passed by Christopher Simon. Christopher Simon taking his lap back. 4 fresher tires than our leader. "25 laps to go." We should be seeing Corey Cook and Mike Leftwich start to come in within the next 5 laps. Justin McMahon is already caught up to the back of Mike Leftwich on those fresher tires. So you know that's going to be a problem when they have to go in there and pit. Justin McMahon's going to have such a big lead over Mike Leftwich as well as Corey Cook that the only thing that's going to save anybody from trying to have any chance of winning this race is a yellow flag. And those have been, I guess, NASCAR ran out of yellow flags with all those yellow flags they threw in the truck race the other night. As you see now, Justin McMahon has caught the backside of Mike Leftwich, and it's going to be putting a whooping on him here real soon. You see him, Justin McMahon taking the high side coming off in turn 4 to get around him on the straightaway. Corey Cook is coming down pit road. And that's going to hand the lead back over to Justin McMahon. Mike Leftwich is coming in now. And Justin McMahon is going to be your leader once again. Steve Gerber should take over the second row, and he does. 22 laps to go. I think Steve Gerber is just going to roll around trying to get the best finish he can. I don't think he's going to try to chase Justin McMahon down. If it was closer, he'd probably push it. Right now, Steve Gerber's probably just happy just to get a second place finish. He's got a 7-second lead over Christopher Leftwich. The battle right now is going to be for third place. Christopher Leftwich being chased down by Christopher Simon, and this is our 2 points leaders. These are the 2 guys battling for the top of the point standings. We watch Christopher Simon. He just continues to get closer to the backside of Christopher Leftwich. "20 laps to go." This is where all the excitement's going to happen right here. The gap between Justin McMahon and Steve Gerber is about 7 seconds. The gap between Steve Gerber and Christopher Leftwich is about the same amount. So the only battling going on right now is for that third position, the last podium spot. Not to mention these two guys are racing for the points championship with one race left to go. I know Christopher Leftwich, we hope Christopher Simon's engine would just blow right now to make next week's race a little bit more interesting. But Christopher Simon has different matters. He wants to, he kind of wants to close it up now. Christopher Leftwich, our biggest mover of the day, up 6 spots currently from his starting position. "17 laps to go. Can Christopher Leftwich keep Christopher Simon behind him for that third place?" As Steve Gerber and Justin McMahon continues to set the speed, set the pace. Now 7.5 seconds in front of Steve Gerber. So we'll go back here and watch that race for third place. At the line, Christopher Leftwich was just a 4 1,000ths or 4 100ths of a second quicker than Christopher Simon. So these guys are going neck to neck, mirroring each other's speed. As you see, 78 of Daniel Wilkerson coming into the picture, staying high and letting these guys get around him. Does Christopher Simon have enough to pass Christopher Leftwich? 14 laps to go. '20 car continues to pull away from everybody. 8 seconds now to the back to Steve Gerber. Steve Gerber doing his best to hold that lead over the 13 of Christopher Leftwich for that second position. Corey Cook now getting into the mix of it. Catching up to the back of Christopher Simon. Christopher Simon's catching up to the back of Christopher Leftwich. Corey Cook gets around. I do apologize for that. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties. So hopefully everything is fine and y'all can hear me again, which I believe you can. Let me check my, yep, y'all should be able to hear me just fine. 11 laps to go. And one more look at my desktop. As you see Corey Cook getting around Christopher Leftwich to take over that third place. Corey Cook pretty fast out there on them newer tires. About 3/10 of a second faster than almost everybody on the track, and that was when he was competing against the 35 and 13 for those fourth and third position. Now he's got a little bit of clean air in front of him. I don't think he has enough laps to catch Steve Gerber. But at the line, Justin McMahon was the quickest. Steve Gerber second. Corey Cook third. Looks like Christopher Leftwich getting really tight in that steering with 8 laps to go. And again, this is where the battling is now for fourth place between Christopher Leftwich and Christopher Simon. Corey Cook was able to get around both of these cars about 2 laps ago. Up front, Justin McMahon continuing to just keeping the gap pretty much at around 8 seconds, not continuing to advance on that as much as he was earlier in the run. But you got an 8-second lead. You can just kind of take it easy, try to protect your car, make sure you come home. You don't need an 8-second lead to win. You just need a 0.01 second lead to win the race on that final lap. Steve Gerber back here battling around with the lap car of Mike Leftwich. I do believe Mike Leftwich has to pressure tires, and once he gets up there to Steve Gerber will probably just let him go on around. Steve Gerber right now having about a 6-second lead over Corey Cook. As you see Mike Leftwich looking on the inside of the 19. 19's just going to let him go on by. Oh, crossed him over. But the 60's still going to have that run on the outside, and that's fine by Steve Gerber. Steve Gerber still having a 5.8 second lead over Corey Cook. 5 laps to go. I do not believe Corey Cook has enough in that engine to try to overtake Steve Gerber. So Christopher Simon finally gets around Christopher Leftwich for 4th place, which plays a big toll on the point standings. Regardless of what position, Corey Simon was going to have the points lead coming out of this race, but he definitely wanted to have it 5 points more, not 5 points less. Three laps to go. All green flag racing tonight. 2 laps to go. Justin McMahon continuing to put the laps down, coming around turns 3 and 4. Going to take the white flag this time by. Oh, sorry, my cat just bit my foot, but we're not going to take that away from what's going. Ooh, the first mistake Justin McMahon makes is on the last lap, coming off his turn 2. I apologize. Gets a little bit loose, but is able to save it. That would have really been bad if on the last lap he makes that mistake and takes out his car and loses the win. But here we go. Justin McMahon, your pole sitter for the night, your winner for the night. Steve Gerber is going to take the second place. Corey Cook, Christopher Simon is able to take the 4th place, but he was trying for that 3rd place. Christopher Leftwich is going to come home 5th. Mike Leftwich staying on the lead lap, which is a very good job. Justin McMahon was flying through this field, and he's going to be able to come home 6th. So Justin McMahon going to burn him down for you guys. And in just a minute, we're going to start these interviews with Justin McMahon, Steve Gerber, and Corey Cook. Right, so let's rewatch. All right, so we're going to pause it right there. We'll pause it right there. We're going to start bringing down some of these winners for the night. The first one I'm going to look for is we're going to look for Corey Cook over here, and we're going to bring Corey Cook up to the broadcast booth. Corey Cook, Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do.
Man, you guys put on a great show tonight, man. 120 laps, caution-free. Anytime you get a caution-free race, it's always good. It might not be good for the fans watching out there. Everything gets spread out and everything like that, but you guys did your best to entertain us tonight and did a very good job, man. 3rd place finish. How are you feeling tonight?
Like I told you 2 weeks ago, I don't have a lot of info on this track. Not super comfortable with it, but I'm happy where I finish. I'll take a 3rd out of a track that's not too kind to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think this track is too kind to anybody. It's basically either you got 2 types of drivers on this track. You either know it or you don't. And like me, I'm a don't guy. I just kind of do what you do, just kind of stay in the back, just race it as well as I can, and hope to get the best finish I possibly can.
10-4 on that.
But man, you guys did a great job. I mean, towards the end there, you were racing with the most exciting part of the race. You were racing around with Christopher Simon and Christopher Leftwich, our 2 points leader in the point standings. And you had the fresher tires. You guys had the strategy of going 50 laps on the older tires. Was you hoping for a yellow flag to maybe come out?
I was banking on yellow because I was last few races. I certainly we haven't had caution fest, but we've had cautions. I was hoping for one to come out of nowhere or two because I couldn't keep up with Justin, and I was hoping the strategy may help me pick up whatever ground I lost.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you don't really think, especially you mentioned Gateway, and if anybody's done any official races out there in the trucks or the Cup cars, you know how much of a wreck fest Gateway can be. You don't expect to go 120 laps without a caution. So banking on a caution is not a bad strategy. It just didn't work out for you tonight.
No, I don't think it. Even if I did, the only way I could see of maybe beating Justin is if I started in front of him on a restart. That is the only way I could see it beating him because there was no way else keeping speed with him.
Yeah, he did have a fast car out there, and these fixed setups, it's really crazy and it's really weird. That one car can drive a lot more faster with the same setup as the car behind him, and these fixed setups. So you got to hand it to the driver because that's all driver there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right, man. Well, thank you for coming up here and talking to us, man. Congratulations on a third place finish. Before we let you go, man, who do you want to give a shout out tonight?
Jonathan Canfield, he's out on a deployment. He couldn't tell me where he's going, obviously, but if he is out there watching or hears anything about this, hope you're doing safe, bud.
Yes, definitely want to give a big shout out to all of our servicemen and women out there and all the armed forces. We always wish you well. Even if we don't know where you are, you're always on our minds.
10-4 on that.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cook, and congratulations once again. And I'm going to send you down to General because I don't know where I grabbed you from.
Okay.
All right. That was Corey Cook, our third place finisher. So tonight we're going to bring up the runner-up, the only guy that was going to be able to come we're close to our winner tonight. But Steve Gerber, Mike Lush in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure, I got you.
I think I got you in mid-sentence, and I'm glad it was a clean sentence there.
Yeah. I was just talking to the race winner there.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, he was definitely, there was a class of the field, he was definitely it. But if there was like a beta male, you definitely was it because you had the second fastest car. You held that second position for pretty much the whole night as he kept the first position, man. Your strategy was pretty much the same as his. Come in once you knew that you could do it on two stops, and it kind of worked out for you because the other guys were trying to go as far as they can go, and you made them capitalize on that last early. You pitted earlier, and I was thinking if Justin McMahon stays out for 5 more laps, that you were definitely gonna take the lead from him, even if it was for just a second. But I was rooting for you to take the lead for a second.
Appreciate that. Yeah, he was definitely a man among boys tonight. He just had us covered. Right from the start. I mean, I kept up with him at the beginning just a little bit, and then I don't know. He just seemed like every lap perfectly. I was hunting all over, especially on that last run, and just trying to find any speed through 1 and 2, just trying to figure it out. It was enough to stay in front of the guys behind me, but that's about the best I could do. But yeah, pit strategy, I definitely, as soon as I saw him pit the first time, I'm like, I'm going to go with him. I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing, so I'm going to go follow him. And then the second stop, I thought, well, I'll go a little bit earlier. I figured I'd just split it. I got to lap 80, and I'm like, well, let's just go in. And so, I did as much as I could, but man, he was good.
Yeah, he was definitely good. I ain't gonna take anything from him, but we can't take anything from you either. You were out there. You kept that car clean. I know in the beginning of the race on that initial start, there was that outside line was a little bit of snafu of what was going on, but you were able to capitalize on that, taking an early second place and like that. At one time, you were on the back of Justin's car. And looked like you were gonna have something to do, but like we said, he was just he was the man out there tonight, and you were unable to get around him. But hey, second place finish at Gateway. We had that race earlier that where did you end up finishing earlier today?
The 10th.
Okay, that was a good finish. Good finish.
Yeah, it was okay. 9th or 10th, I can't remember, but yeah, it was okay. I think I gained 1 spot in the standings, so it was all right.
Yeah, there you. Oh yeah, that's right, you did. Over there,
So-
man. Well, next week, 2 weeks from today, our final race will be at Texas Motor Speedway for this ARCA series, man. How are you liking your chances there?
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah, Texas is fun. Texas should be a blast in these cars. So yeah, I'm looking for. Well, I don't know,
Yeah.
old Texas. I guess old Texas used to
Yeah.
be a blast. I'm not
Yeah, I
sure.
was
new
gonna say it
Texas
wasn't
will be.
Texas wasn't that fun in the truck
No,
a couple weeks
You're
ago.
right. I think it'll be better in these cars, but yeah, I don't know. Old Texas would be a blast.
Well, it can't
but
be any worse.
That's true. That's true. But anyways, we'll all get on the track and we'll see what happens.
There you go. All right,
We'll
man.
line 'em up and
Congratulations.
race 'em.
Yeah, congratulations. And every Thursday or every Sunday when we get you up here to talk to you, we're always going to ask you the same questions, man. Who you want to give a shout out to tonight?
My lazy ass crew chief there, sleeping back there, Ryder. And then shout out to Daniel, putting on a fun league here. I wish we could get some more guys in this, but I think we'll work on it. We'll get more guys. It'll be fun. Shout out there to Justin being the man among boys tonight. We'll
There
try
you
to give
go.
him help next time.
There you go. Now, Steve Gerber, man, congratulations once again on a runner-up position, man. And we're going to send you back down to General, and, man, have a good night.
Thanks, Michael.
All right. And that was Steve Gerber, your runner-up position. But now we're going to talk to the man of the hour, as he's been described by his second-place finisher, a man amongst boys out there tonight, Justin McMahon. Mike Lester, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, man. Okay, so I spoke to you before the race started. I asked you if you had something for these boys, and you was like, well, I don't know. We're going to see what we got. You must have found something out there because you had something.
Consistency, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. I think the only time I actually seen you do anything wrong was that last turn, or that second to the last turn on the last lap coming off of 2. That back end wanted to slide a little bit. And I was like, oh my God, that would be so bad. He's had a perfect race, and then he screws up on the very last lap and takes himself out. That he would never hear the end of that from at least me.
Oh, I'd beat myself up over that too if I did that. No, it was my right rear was getting a little worn out, so it was getting a little loose coming off. But that was a good race. It was fun. I mean, it had a couple little hiccups here and there where missed my entry, and the car wanted to push a little bit. But other than that, I mean, that was a tough race. Long. This is a difficult track, so it's not one of my favorites, but I'm glad it worked out.
Well, the only time that you lost the lead tonight was during pit road exchanges. I mean, you guys went 120 laps without any caution, so the field was definitely spaced out. When you came down the pits and that first time, and you seen Christopher Simon and Leftwich, and they were staying out, how worried were you that a caution might come out and you would be losing the lead over that?
I was a little nervous. I didn't realize that they were going to stay out as long as they did. I figured once I came down pit road that they might try to follow suit. But I mean, I could have stretched it out a little bit further on fuel. I just kind of wanted to try to break it up into 3 pit stops and stick with that game plan. But I thought once I did that they were going to have fresher tires when they did pit, and they were going to run me down and just eat me alive with new tires. But luckily, I think by the time they actually started catching me, it was kind of evened out a little bit. So it was all right.
I don't think they ever started catching you because, I mean, they stayed out there so much longer than you and Steve Gerb did that by the time they did come into pits, you had such a big lead. At one time, you had a 18-second lead over the third place guy at the time. I mean, that's a lot of time to make up. You even with fresh tires, you're going to abuse your tires trying to make up that much time.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I think once I did that, I just knew that I just needed to stick to my game plan there on coming down pit road and just run my race. Don't worry about what else is going on, and hopefully it'll work out. And luckily it did.
Well, it was definitely a good game plan, and I know that Daniel and Eddie were down there rooting for you over there in the Southern Motorsports room down there, man. But congratulations once again on a race, well raced, and coming home with the victory tonight. Man, we're going to Texas next week, man. How you liking your chances over there at Texas?
I like Texas, especially in these cars. I like Texas is fun. It's a fast track, a little bit different, so there's definitely going to be some drafting involved, and that's going to be a little bit more technical race when it comes to strategizing your pit road stops and everything. So that's going to be interesting. If the race goes green for that, I think it's definitely going to be you're definitely going to have to try to make the right decision, and hopefully it works out for you there. But I look forward to it. It should be fun.
Next week is the last, or no, sorry, 2 weeks from today is going to be the last race of the ARCA series. And right now, it looks like the battle is between Christopher Simon and Christopher Leftwich. I think everybody else is kind of mathematically out of it. You are sitting fourth, a good bit, about 100 and some points away from the leaders there. And like that, so next week is just going to be basically just man, go out there and win it. You know, you ain't got nothing to lose kind of race, right?
Right, pretty much. That's going to be the goal, just to go out and run the race and win. I mean, if I'm battling with them up near the front or whatever, if I'm in their way, I'm just going to let them battle it out and duke it out, probably to win. So I'm going to make sure that I give them space. But if I'm out front and I've got a good race car and got a good gap or something out there, I'm definitely going to try to win the race. But if I'm battling with them, I'm not going to push them. I'll let them race it out for the championship. But I look forward to it. It should be fun.
Yeah. All right. With that, there you hear it, man. Before we let you go, celebrate with everybody, and everybody's gone, so I guess we're just gonna have go home and celebrate with your wife or something. The B party, the B group. So man,
Yep.
who do you want to give a shout out tonight to?
Probably Daniel and Eddie on Southern Motorsports there for bringing me in and letting me be on their team.
All right, there you go. There you have your race winner tonight, Justin McMahon, and that number 20. And what is your sponsor? I've been trying to figure it out all night long. I see the radioactive.
Yeah, that's something that I made last year or 2 years ago during the pandemic, the lockdown and stuff. It's not really anything special. I don't have my main sponsor on the car from my truck or next gen car
Just
there.
something fun,
BMF.
right? Just something fun.
Yeah,
to do.
yeah, just something fun. I don't have anything. I might work on something there over the break when the season ends for next season, but nothing yet. I'm looking for sponsors. Let's put it that way.
Here you go. All right. If anybody wants to sponsor a winning car, the number 20 car, you can have your beautiful face put right there on that hood, man. But Justin,
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
congratulations once again on a win. And, man, we look forward to talking to you again next week. And definitely look forward to talking to you next season, man. Congratulations once again.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. That's Justin McMahon, your winner tonight on a bit of a run there. Like that, he led most of this race. We said he ran most of the laps down here. Only time he didn't lead the lap is when. Sorry, my cat's going crazy over here on my side. I think it's time for me to go get the Tabasco sauce. But only laps he did not lead is when he had to come down and get fuel and tires. Other than that, he was the class of the field. So tonight, 9 cars out there racing, 120 laps, caution free. Man, great race, great league. If you're interested in joining this league, contact Daniel Wilkerson or Eddie Rivers. Tell them you want in. Man, until next time, I'm Mike Lester. This is Global Racing Esports Network. Good night.